Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do the paper cutting assignment. You're going to be doing several weeks of this. Every week I'm going to add a different typography element that you'll be working with, but these basic instructions can work for each week. The only thing that will change is the weight or size of Helvetica Neue that we'll be using. So basically what you're going to be doing is taking type and arranging it in a square composition by hand, okay? So first to start this assignment, you want to make sure you have everything printed out that you're going to need. So all of the templates are on the website. This first one is the thumbnail template. You're going to print out one of those. The second thing you're going to need is the paper cutting composition template, which is just a square on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you're going to need 10 of those each week, okay? And then finally, whatever the assignment is that week, you're going to print out 1 to 5 pages of examples of types. The first one's pretty easy because it's going to be Helvetica Neue Roman weight at 14 point, but in later weeks I'll let you guys add bold or a bigger size, and so you're going to want to give yourself options, things to cut up and try, okay? So first I'm going to show you how to start with your templates. Now the idea behind this is to start to draw typography with your hands and give you ways to express typography by sketching and also by hand and not just creating it on the computer. So first you're going to fill in all of these for your assignment, and this first one's pretty easy again because it's one weight, but just start to think about your sentence in general. So I have a quote and I have the person who said the quote, so that's 2 elements in itself. So maybe the first one I just want to do the quote in the middle of the page. I think it's going to take about this much space, and maybe go to the second line, and then I want to have the person who said it right at the bottom kind of line up there, okay? So just a really easy sketch. Then the next one, maybe I want to have the type coming from all different corners, all different sides, and then I want to have the author line up with one of the ones over here, okay? So there's another simple sketch. In later weeks, when you're given different sizes and different weights to work with, you want to show that in your sketches. So for example, maybe I want to take this sketch over again, and I do a sentence and then the run-on of the text, and then I want the author to be bold. So I would just make that line a little heavier to show that it's bold. So you want to actually, it's kind of like looking at your type from far away and figuring out what it would look like at this small scale. So this is just to get some ideas out. So you'll get 12 ideas out on here. And then what you're going to do from there is take your template and your sentences, and you're going to cut out your printed words, okay? So you should have scissors in your supply kit. So here's one I just cut out. I'm going to cut out the author separately because I'll probably do something with him. And then I'm going to cut out my sentence. And I'm just going to do a really quick one so you guys can see what you're supposed to do. But I want to get kind of closer to the type so it's easier to tape down. Okay, so maybe I want to, the quote is, "A designer knows he has achieved perfection, not when there's nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away." Maybe I want to make that word take away, or those 2 words, take away, stand out, because that sort of means something to the sentence and give it a little bit more meaning. So I have my top sentence sit right here, and I don't know, maybe I want my bottom sentence to sort of break away from that as well. So, and I want to go in close to the type. You don't want all this extra paper sitting on it. Okay, so maybe I want my top sentence to sit here. It's kind of a long sentence. I don't want it to cut the page like that, so I'm going to cut that too. And maybe I do something like this. Kind of line it up with my eye, and then I make takeaway sit down there. And I want this author to sort of align with that. I'm thinking about alignment things. What kind of connections can I make with the text? And then I'm going to go through with my tape, which all of you should have tape, and I'm going to tape this stuff down. Okay, so you want to go through and tape everything down, and that's one composition. You're going to do this 10 times. Okay, so that's how you do the paper cutting project. Get used to it. You're going to be doing it every week for a couple weeks, and this will be the same process every week. The only thing that will change will be the typeface. You'll be using Helvetica the whole time, and so you can refer back to these directions for any of the weeks.